All right, hi guys. Right now I'm going to try and show you how to log in to Read Naturally Live from at home. It's very similar to the Read Naturally in the books that we do at school in your binders. There's a cold time that you'll be able to do yourself. Basically, you read through, there's a timer, and you click on the last word that you read when the timer goes off. That's your cold time. You make a short prediction, just has to be like one sentence, what you think the story will be about. Um, and then you have a read along. I'm going to try and set it up so that you only have to listen to it once for read along. It goes a little bit slow, so just make sure, be a little patient with it, and you can go back and reread while you're waiting. Um, and then you practice at least 3 times. If you feel like you want to do more, you can do more. You then need a parent or someone at home to help you conduct your hot time. Basically, they're just going to listen to you read and mark any words that you miss, score your fluency. Usually, um, usually you'll be a 3 or a 4 at that point for your fluency, just like how smooth you read. And did I say you take a quiz? You also have to take a quiz before the hot time. So it's usually like 5 or so multiple choice questions. A 1-sentence summary is fine, and then your parent can review your work. So, without further ado, this is a document that Mrs. Lane made that I'm going to share with you and your families. So here's the link that you need to go to. I'm going to copy the account ID because I know I'm going to need that. This is the account ID for our class, so you can just write that down or save it. I'm going to go to, you have to do this link because this link is the student login. You're going to want to bookmark this link. If you remember, you just click this star up here and you can bookmark it. So I'm going to put in the student account I made for myself. There's the account ID. Make sure it's the right one. Yep. Password is just your first name. No, user ID is your first name. Password is rocks, all lowercase for everyone. I'm not going to save it. So the first thing that's going to come up is that you have to conduct a placement test. So you're going to also need a parent to help you with this, because then it goes to teacher login. This is what you're going to do for the placement test and for hot times. So the parent user ID is parent1, and the password is Jackder Rocks, and all that information is in the document as well. So your parent's going to log in. Oh no. Maybe you have to log in with mine. Okay, well, I'll give them that. I'll make sure that they get that, that they're able to do that. But right now, just to show you, I'll log in with my account. I hope. There we go. Okay, so this is, you're selecting a level to test. You guys know probably better than I do, because I don't have it all memorized, what level you were working on in class. If you're not sure, starting at like a 4 or 4.5 is probably good for most of you. So I'm just going to click myself at a 4. I'm going to click next. So now you can see what it looks like. So I'm going to do start timing. I'll just read through it to show you guys what you do. So this is kind of like your cold and your hot times, but this is just a placement test. So I'll show you. This is called the reading guide. You can turn that on or off. If it's annoying you, you can turn it off by just clicking that button here. Or if you want it on, you can follow along with your mouse. So I'll show you what the cold time would look like. Many people dream of living on a tropical island. Richard Sawa made this dream a reality by constructing his own island. Sawa wanted to live in a way that did not hurt the environment. In the 1990s, he began collecting plastic bottles along the coast of Mexico. Over time, he gathered more than 250,000 of them. Using nets to hold the bottles together, Sawa made the base of a floating artificial island. He placed wood on the top of his base and covered it with sand. Sawa also planted trees for shade, plus fruits and vegetables for food. The plant's roots grew around the underwater bottles and made the island's base more stable. Sawa called his creation Spiral Island. The island was about the size of a tennis court, and it was located just off Mexico's coast. Sawa built a small house in the middle of the island. He made an oven that got its power from the sun. He even made a washing machine that got its power from ocean's waves. Sadly, a hurricane destroyed Spiral Island in 2005. But Sawa did not give up his dream of living on his own. Okay, so that's the last word that I read. My reading level's a little higher than a 4.0, so that's your cold time. You should not get 194 words. If you do, the level's way too easy for you. So I'm actually going to go back and click on something else. So just to be clear, you click on the last word that you read. I'm going to click up further for something more reasonable. Okay, let's say I got 98 words. My parent noticed I missed one word. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one. So that one was, I still scored a little high for a 4.0. So now they want me to go ahead and do the 4.5. Okay. So you don't really need to watch me read through the whole thing again. But I don't know how to make it advance without doing that. So I'm just going to conduct the cold time right here. I'm going to pretend that I'm reading it. Let's see if there's anything else back in this document that I wanted to explain to you. I think it's about a 2-minute time it gives you. Okay, figured out how to pause it. So here we go. Let's say this is the last word that I read here. Missed one word. Gonna click next. Okay, so this one, it said stop testing and pick a level, recommended or continue testing. Once you get to this point, you don't want to continue testing. You just say, oh, this is a good level for me. Go to, what do I do? Stop testing and pick a level. Oh, here we go. So you're going to want to choose sequenced because that's actual stories. Down here, they're going to ask you a bunch of questions about some different type of figurative language. So you want to click sequenced, next, and say okay. And then here are the stories that come up. So I want to show you what this looks like too. So I'm just going to choose the first one. Say, are you ready to start the story? Yes. Let me turn the volume on so you can hear it. This works best with headphones, but I want you to